Hi everyone. Before I begin with my testimony, I want to swear to God Almighty to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I will do my best to tell the story in English so other people can understand. But before I start, I want to thank God of Israel who gave me the opportunity to be a seaman to travel around the world, and I met many different people. Without the help of God, I can do nothing. The first incident when I was 5 years old. My mother and I were walking on Rojas Boulevard towards our home. When we were in the middle of the street and I was holding my mother's hand, but I suddenly pulled my hand and at the same time ran towards the other street, but I was hit by a car and I flew away unconscious. When I woke up, I saw the nurse and my mother next to me. I spoke asking for candy and the nurse left, and when she came back she had brought candy and gave me the caramel candy. After a while, the doctor talked to my mother and told her not to worry because nothing bad had happened, so the doctor allowed us to go home. The second incident, I was 7 years old. I was on my way home from school. When I came to our home, I put my bag away, but my mother told me to clean the rice first before she cooked it. I did not do, but took a banana on the table and I went out near our door that's standing while eating a banana. And I was looking at the gangs already drinking alcohol, and the other person who was there away from where I was standing was about 25 meters. Without hesitation, I saw two rival gangs already fighting each other, and I heard something like a gunshot, and suddenly I felt pain in my right leg. So I looked, and there was blood of appearing. And when my mother found out, she was very angry with me. But she found a piece of cloth and tied to the wound and tied to the upper part of my leg and took me to the hospital. And the doctor treated me, and I do not know what happened next incident. When I woke up, I just noticed that my right leg was already wrapped in cement. And the doctor is talking to my mother, and what my mother said, don't let him fall asleep because if he falls asleep, he will not wake up. And that is what my mother did. So every time I want to sleep, she will talk to me. My mother had loud voice until the medicine that had been injected into my sleeping pills disappeared. One night the next day, we allowed to go home, and the doctor told us the follow-up schedule. And we went back to school with a crutch until I was completely healed. The third incident, I was 8 years old. One day, I went to my friend's house to play with him. When I was at the gate, I saw their dog and suddenly grabbed and bit me in my right side below my waist. His mother came out immediately and stopped their dog. And he took me to the clinic with my mother, and I was injected with anti-rabies medication and continued up to a month. The fourth incident, I was 9 years old. Our family and relatives went to the children playground in the paradise of Young Manila in front of the Manila Zoo. They went through the main gate, but I did not follow them because I wanted to get inside the playground immediately. So I climbed in the fence to be ahead of them. But when I jumped and I fell, my left foot hit the crack and sharp bottle and had a large wound. My sister accompanied me in the clinic, and the doctor treated under my foot and sutured the wound. The fifth incident, I was 11 years old. I was helping my mother and sister who were selling children toys and cold drinks, sago, and gelatin on the sidewalk near the school. After the students leave, I told my mother that I was going to the other side of there was a vacant lot with santol tree, and I was allowed, so I immediately went. When I arrived, I looked at the tree if it was ripe, and I saw one that was bit ripe, so I wanted to get even higher, so I climbed, and I was closing the fruit, about a foot away from my hand. I came a little closer to get it, but suddenly the branch I was holding was broken, as well as the one I was stepping on, because the branch was small, and I fell to the ground sitting on the branch. I first felt if there was pain in my body, but there was no pain, so I went back to my mother and did not say anything what happened. Just up to here, and I will continue the 6 to 8 incident. Thank you for watching patiently, and please don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much. Bye.